All right, what's going on? What I'm going to be doing in this video here is showing you how to design premium quality emails in Figma for use in Klaviyo email marketing. All right, now before we dive in, if you run a 7 or 8 figure e-commerce brand, you're looking to delegate your email and SMS marketing, book a call, link in the description below. We'll take a look at your guys' Klaviyo account and go from there. So there's going to be two sections of this video here. So number one is going to be the basic email design structure. How should I structure my email to convert the maximum amount of people? And then part two is going to be how do we make it premium professional quality? All right, so let's dive right in. So here is the overall email design structure that you need to have for every email. All right, this is how to convert the maximum amount of people. And I have two examples here because you're going to have different sort of lengths for each email depending on the context. So we have a short one and we have a long one. And the context here is welcome email 1, the first email that people receive upon signing up, needs to be a bit longer because there's going to be some, text, some context that you need to give them before they're ready to buy. And then this one here is just an email sort of follow-up, welcome email 4, basically just reminding anybody who hasn't purchased yet that their discount or their offer is still for them to use. All right. Okay, so first off, the logo. Every email needs to have the logo at the top. And next up is the hero image. All right, so this is by far the most important part of the email that you need to focus on. And this is really the only part that you have to design in, Figma, Photoshop, etc. Because if you have a really good hero image and it's structured the right way, the rest of it you could build in Klaviyo just fine using text blocks and Klaviyo button blocks. All right, so basically what you need to include in the hero image here is the offer, and what the email is about, the offer, and the call to action button. All right, moving on. All right, so next up we have the body text, which is going to be context dependent. Sometimes you're going to need to have some body text. Sometimes you just need to restate the offer and you don't actually need any body text. All right. Below that, you're going to want to restate the offer, plus have a call to action down here for anybody who hasn't already purchased. And then at the bottom, and this is optional, you could add things like social proof, risk reversals, buy now, pay later, basically just to boost conversion rates and convert anybody who's sort of on the fence. All right, so that is the email design structure. Moving on. All right, how to actually design the email and make it look as premium quality as possible. Before you start designing, you need to sort of begin with the end in mind. Like, what sort of purpose are we creating this email for? A sale promotion, new products, informational, etc. You don't want to do this in reverse where you just start designing it and it's like, oh, you know what? I think this should be a sales email. You don't want to do that. Number two, start with a hero image design. This will give you the direction for the rest of the email. So we're basically building the rest of the email around the hero image. So number one, obviously choose a high quality image from the brand asset folder. In this case, we're featuring a woman since it's Mother's Day. Also has nice colorful tones for this occasion. So this is what we're starting with. Number two, add the headline and make sure to highlight the main idea. In this case, Mother's Day, our pick of best presents, basically, so gift guide. And you want to potentially split the fonts between each line here to make it more sort of dynamic and to highlight specific things. So Mother's Day is the one that obviously stands out here. And then what you want to do is add design elements to the hero image if needed and make sure they work with the brand style. So this is going to be sort of brand dependent, but in this case, we added, sparkles, and then we added this ripped paper effect, right? All right, and then what you're going to want to do is add the body copy headlines and the rest of the products to be highlighted in the email. Make sure the body copy is good size and clear fonts, obviously, so it's easy to read. I see some brands where they put super fancy font, but it's difficult to read. So you want to avoid that. The main thing you want to focus on is making sure that it's readable. Otherwise, the whole point, like, there's no point to putting any text because no one's going to read it. So as you can see right here, very clear to read. For the rest of the email, we're going to keep similar elements to the main image. So ripped paper effect and stars. So the only thing that the brand actually gave us in this case was the product images. So we added this sort of Polaroid frame, stars, ripped paper effect, and then of course the text is obviously clear. Keep the same body copy size for each product description and try to keep the call to action button centered so that it looks clickable. Also, it's important that it catches your eye by using a contrasting color. All right, that's going to boost the click-through rates. All right, you don't want to make it like I see some brands where the CTA button sort of blends in with the background. So for instance, this one has a sort of gray background. That's like if I put a gray CTA button, like no one's going to see it. A lot less people are going to click and a lot less people are going to buy your product. So obviously you want to make it stand out. All right, phase two here. So another way of keeping each category or product dynamic is playing around with removing the image's background. So as you can see right here, this is sort of the original photo that the brand gave us. And here's the actual product images. So you're going to have product images, you're going to have lifestyle images, which is sort of like a model wearing the product. And this is just a creative way to combine both and to highlight the products and what it would look like on an actual person. So that's what we did here. Just remove the background, overlay it on top of the lifestyle image, and of course, keep the same elements from the previous steps. These stars, and then product title. All right, using different photo sizes helps with making the email visually interesting. Also adding textures, elements, and icons so that they want to keep reading the email. All right, so a big part of this is a big sort of thing that we're trying to do here is keep the reader's attention so that, they sort of build up in their head them wanting to buy it, they're imagining them wearing the product and basically selling themselves on the product. So to do that, we need to keep their attention, and part of that is going to make it visually interesting. All right, so in this case, we're playing around with the size of the different products rather than just making them both the same size, like side by side, which is what a lot of brands do. So you don't want to do that. All right, and then finally, you want to use different colors and textures for each section so that the reader can recognize each particular product that you are referring to. All right, so in this case, a lot of the same sort of design elements as the previous emails, but as you can see right here, it's light blue. All right, so look how this sort of looks when it's all put together. All right, so each product section follows the same sort of visual, has the same visual elements. There's some differences with like the Polaroid frame versus, removing the product background. But the thing to keep in mind here is that you could easily sort of differentiate each product section here by the color. So we have the white background, light gray background, blue background, white background, essentially. All right, and that's important because, I see a lot of brands where they'll just have where they're trying to promote a lot of products and then it's product image, product description, CTA, and you don't really know which, like it's not immediately intuitive which section, each description belongs to. So this is a way of sort of separating those in a way that's aesthetically pleasing. So here's the final result of the email. I'm just going to scroll from the top to the bottom here. So as you can see right here, we added a few elements like the fonts, sparkles, etc., ripped paper effect, and then body text, product section 1, and then all these product sections here. All right, and then finally, sort of concluding message here, and then pitching or promoting the shop all section. So, all right, hopefully you found this video helpful. Again, if you run a 7 or 8 figure e-commerce brand, you're looking to delegate your email and SMS marketing, book a call, link in the description below. We'll put together a Klaviyo audit and see what we could do. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.